So I get bike questions almost every day, and a lot of them are, hey, my bike does this, my bike needs this, I haven't rode my bike in X amount of times. And a lot of times it's something very simple that the bike needs. Most of the times I find bikes, cables are broken, a lot of times they're flat, a lot of times they get one thing wrong and they put the bike on the side and be like, oh, I'll come back to it later. This is my wife's coworker's boyfriend. Yeah, so this is his bike, and she's been telling me about the bike for a while. She's like, well, it needs this and this, that, and it needs all this work. And I'm like, I guarantee you it doesn't need all that work if you barely ridden it when you got it. And also a lot of times it's a big box brand, you know, it's a Schwinn, it's a Kent, it's a, a Wall Goose, which is, nothing wrong if you're doing short little rides with the family, grocery getter. Those are fine bikes. Those are like, they get the job done. Every now and then though, I get something a little bit more special than that to work on from them. And let me show you what I got. This is a Diamondback Overdrive. Coincidentally, I had just done a vintage Diamondback Overdrive that I made into a gravel / adventure. It's a purple one, Laker colors. Came out freaking awesome. Like, love the way it came out. I loved it. If I didn't have a touring bike of my Lotus, I would keep it, but I can't. Can I? No, I can't. So we're going to go ahead and do a run through. First of all, this bike looks like it's never even been ridden, besides a little slight use on the tires. And I'll get to that in a bit. Let's go ahead and do a walkthrough on her. It's got the Centaur XCT V2 chainring up front with the triple. It is a smaller chainring, but then again, it's an off-road bike. It's not a road bike. So to see the small cranks, small chain rings, makes sense. It's got some nice Wogo metal pedals with the reflectors. It has some reflectors, like you could just tell. It's like we usually take those off before we leave the store. Shimano Churney triple top pull, not the bottom pull. It is a top pull bike, and once again, that's to keep all the dirt that goes underneath the bike from getting on the cable. So that's why most mountain bikes are top pull. Let's see what kind of chain it is. KMC, there it is. KMC, and it has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which means it's a cassette, not a freewheel. So easily upgradable to a 10 speed. Even I've seen some people do 11 speeds. And let's see here. It's got the SRAM X4 rear derailleur with a long pulley cage, long cage. Having a brain fart on that one. The one thing I do like about this is that it has like white spokes and white hubs, and they have the XL7 hubs on them. I just think the white really pops. It adds a little bit of more uniqueness to the bikes. I mean, obviously white, black, chrome, they all do the same job, but just having that little like pop of color, I think it's really cool. And the SL7s are laced to SL7s, which I guess they're Diamondback wheels or a Diamondback brand. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. Those are wrapped with WTB Wilderness Trail Bike Thread Design. I don't know if that's coming through or not, but it's Wilderness Trail Bikes Thread Design. I'm trying to see if there's a thread pattern. Is that no? They're pretty nice. They're not like super knobby. They might look really knobby, but the knobs are not like that big. They're pretty. They're nice tires. Definitely more of a gravel fire trail than a road bike. and they are 29 by 52. I didn't even know they went up that high. I'm not big on 29ers, not because I don't like them, just because I never had one. I did try to buy this off her and she said no. It's got the 200 series mounting, a veneer seats with the Diamondback seat post, the quick release seat post clamp. Just a nice overdrive again. The Diamondback logo. I'm really liking the Diamondback logo, what they've done with it. I think this looks a lot nicer than Diamondback. I think they should just rebrand it to like DB. But that's just my opinion. It just looks cleaner. Medium frame, 18 inches. Nice aluminum. Once again, all the cables are right here on top. And the brake cable is in housing all the way up. So that was pretty cool. I want to say that's the stock cap, but I don't know, so I'm not going to say that. It's got a no-name stem. It's got the Diamondback handlebars. What are they? 640 mil with a 15 mil rise, so a little slight rise. It's got the Tektro brake levers with the SRAM. Does it say what SRAM they are? Or it just says SRAM? It just says SRAM, so I don't know what level of shifters they are, but you know, they do a good job. I mean, they're SRAMs, so I like the forks. The forks are Centaur XCTs 29 100 mil travel. What I like about them is that they have a lockup option. They are spring, not air, if I'm not mistaken. I'd be surprised if they're air. Let me see if no. Yeah, they're springs, but because they have the lockout, I just feel that they make it more versatile. You know, you could go. If you rode in a hardtail, you know you lose a lot of power through the shocks. That's just what you do. What they have as calipers look like, where are they? Tektro Novella. Novella. With Tektro 160 mil rotors in the front. Let me check the back. And they might be the same. Tektro 160 mil rotors in the back. Also, quick release back, quick release in the front. And oh, let me put her stable for a while. And all in all, she's just a good, reliable off-roader. Only thing it needed is a front tube because it was flat. And then I did a quick tune-up on it. The gears were a little off. The brakes were a little off. Quick tip. Everyone should know this, but sometimes we forget the simple things. If you're doing the front brakes, don't put your bike on the bike stand. Put it on the ground. That way it has all the weight on it. I had it at my bike stand, and for some reason I couldn't get the brakes 100% the way I wanted them. I put it on the ground after I changed the tube, and sure enough, the wheel was slightly like to one side, which made the disc go slightly to one side, which made it rub slightly to one side. So after I put it on the ground, I rolled the front wheel and it was rubbing, so I had to readjust the front brakes. And I did it on the ground just because I didn't want to bring on my bike stand, my bike stand, and do all that again. So all in all, it's a great bike. She's gonna have fun in it. She's not gonna use it for what it's intended for, but that's okay, because whatever you use it for, it's fine. I did suggest some more street friendly tires. Whether she does it or not, that's completely up to her. Just something less with less roller resistance, give her a little bit more speed. But I mean, if you're not going fast, if you're just going here and there, it's a fucking badass bike, man. I don't know. I'll shoot her another offer. See what she says. Alright guys, Yarsho Cycles out.